The most important question of today, are we entered a bear market and are we going lower from there? The short answer is no, we are not. We just started our weekly cycle, and even with this huge liquidation event that just happened a few days ago, we didn't break the market structure. The longer answer is in this video. Watch this video to understand why you have to follow cycles. If I take a look at the Bitcoin chart right now, I can see a huge liquidation wick on some exchanges like Coinbase, like Binance, Bybit, or OKX. I can see that Bitcoin went down up to $102,000. And funny enough, I created videos twice about that Bitcoin is going to go below 105,000 area. First time I did this video was around a month ago, or even more than a month ago, where I said Bitcoin must go lower than 105K to finish its weekly cycle and to make an ultimate cycle low. And the last time I did was 3 weeks ago that Bitcoin will collapse to below 105K area. And this is what it finally happened. Now, I didn't expect this to happen yesterday, but we just tested these two POC levels that we had about 104 and 105K area, and we are currently sitting at the POC level from September. POC levels are extremely important metrics, and in this video, I want to talk about why Bitcoin is currently sitting at 111K, why it's not going down, and why it actually had this crazy liquidation candle. Looking at the chart, we can see 3 cycle indicators at the bottom of the screen, and the most important one is the 2-week cycle indicator, which is currently trending down. The 2-week cycle indicator just entered the buy area below 20. Whenever the cycle indicator goes below 20, it is an area to enter into Bitcoin, to buy spot and to leave it for better days. Here, we were below 20. All this area was a wonderful area to accumulate. Whether you bought for 85 or you bought below 76, you still made huge profits in the upcoming weekly cycle. 1-week cycle indicator confirmed this by going below 20. Now, every single time it happens, every single time we go below 20 in the 1-week and the 2-week cycle indicators, we have an ultimate opportunity to enter into the market because this is where the weekly cycle actually bottoms. Now, last summer, if you recall, we had a very similar situation. We made the daily cycle bottom. We also made the weekly cycle bottom. But what happened after that? We not only started a new cycle, we immediately fell down and we had a liquidation event due to other macro reasons. Regardless what Trump says, regardless what happens in the world, in the short term, we are never safe from these liquidation candles. And going down by 25 or 30% is fairly normal for Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. Here, went down by 27%. It is totally normal for Bitcoin to go minus 25% and to resume its bull market. No, but how can you actually know that the bull market is not finished and that we will still have some upside to go? Very simple. Every single time when we reach the top, the 1-week cycle indicator goes above 80. Here, we went above 80 and we reached the top right here. Here, we also reached the top when we went below above 80. Same happened with the 2-weekly cycle indicator. See, these indicators show when the currencies are above their fair value and when they're actually overvalued. Here, we went above the 80. Here, we made another top, and the 2-weekly cycle indicator was also at the top. Same with the 1-day cycle indicator. It was at the top. So when the cycles, which are showing human emotions, are above the 80, only then we can talk about tops. However, right now, we are much closer to the bottom than we are to the top. The 1-day cycle indicator is looking for bottom right now. The 1-week cycle just bottomed 2 weeks ago, right here when we did the weekly cycle low, when we did the 60-day cycle low and started growing up. Yes, the 2-weekly cycle is still looking for its bottom, but it's about to reverse within the next few weeks. This is the time to accumulate Bitcoin. This is a very, very clear signal that, hey, we want to buy Bitcoin, we want to hold it at least until the 1-week cycle high or potentially until the 2-weekly cycle high, and then we want to get rid of it and sell it for profit. That happened multiple times before, and even if I go to previous bull markets, we could see that we had such situations many times before. Now, I'm on a Bitstamp chart, which means that I can actually go into the past way longer. If you've been here around 2017, we've seen such liquidation candles. We went down by 28%. We have been liquidating traders during such market downturns. And only when these indicators, they're showing an extreme overbought conditions like here, when the daily is actually saying that here we are above 80, we are then topping. So we are not going to simply top, reach an all-time high when these indicators are actually going down. When these indicators going down, investor sentiment is always going down. So if investor sentiment it is going down and these indicators are much closer to the bottom than they are to the top, we are closer to the bottom than we are closer to the top. So I don't want you to be scared and think that this bull market is over. It is not over. That is number one. Number two, we didn't break any bull market structure. We are still pretty much intact to go and get those new highs this year, to make an ultimate low right here and to start pumping up from here. Market likes to reset investor sentiment, and this is what it did perfectly. If you go to Twitter right now, you will see a bunch of people talking about bear market, saying that, hey, it was nice to play, I lost everything, I have no more money to invest. Yes, these are the situations when the market says, I'm going to go and make a new highs right now. So these investors, they have no opportunity to re-enter the market. But if you use cycle indicators, you actually do have. You do have plenty of opportunity to enter the market. And you want to enter the market when the daily cycle is below 20. These are all your opportunities to enter the market. Look, put them on your screen. And you don't have to believe me anymore. You simply will see that these are opportunities of exact local bottoms. Every single time this indicator goes below 20, we make a local bottom. We are at the local bottom right now. I'm not telling you that we're going to go to $200,000 right now. And I'm also not over leveraged right now. But I'm having a position in Bitcoin right now because I believe that within the next 7 to 14 days, we are going to go higher. Now, whenever we make a new daily cycle low, we don't want to go below it, because if we go below it, we have a market structure break. We simply have a failed cycle. Failed cycle means that the prices will continue to deteriorate, that the market is going down. We didn't make a new low. We actually didn't even retest the previous low at 108K. We closed just above it. We ate this POC level, and now we came back to another POC level, which is now our support. $111,000. The next two POC levels, $116,000 and $121,000. This is where we're looking now for the market to go next. Is it the time to be on altcoins? I don't think so. The only altcoin that I'm actually very bullish on is Ethereum. Ethereum is going to smash its previous all-time highs. Remember my words, Ethereum is going to go above $5,000. Not now, not next week, but I'm sure that this will happen in this current bull market. You see how important is this zone for Ethereum, the 0.0375? Extremely important. And from here, we might spend some time accumulating. We might even revisit that low at the end of the week. We might revisit that, yes. But from there, we're going to go up and we're going to outperform Bitcoin like every single bull market. Every single ending of the bull market ends with the same song. Altcoins outperforming Bitcoin, Ethereum outperforming Bitcoin by a lot, everybody talking about Ethereum flipping Bitcoin once again, and that is, ladies and gentlemen, when the bull market ends and when the songs finish. We are not yet at the very end. It is the time to be in the market, so if you want to get into stables, that is fine, but look for new entry opportunities. And how do you know when to enter the market? Use the cycle indicators from Strategy Master. So what you have to do, you have to go to strategymaster.substack.com or strategymaster.io. Get access to the cycle indicators. Get the premium plan right here, only for $49 per month. Once you have the premium plan, you will have access to all these wonderful indicators on the screen, plus these buy signals. Right now, Ethereum is not giving us a buy signal. That's why I'm not buying Ethereum. I'm going to buy Ethereum when this 4-hour cycle will gonna reverse down, gonna touch 20 once again. The daily will be fully reset. Everybody will be talking about other coins, but not Ethereum. And that's when I'm going to enter once again. So don't forget to subscribe for Strategy Master. Subscribe for my videos, because very soon I'm going to post a new video where I'm going to talk about where Bitcoin is going next and which levels it is going to claim next. Like this video, comment down below, use cycles, and see you in the next one.